Hello and welcome to the Matthew Orton Art channel again. You may have seen on my channel a few days ago that I put a short video on with 11 portraits on that I did when I attended a Scottish Borders life drawing portrait session over Zoom. I thought as I'd recorded all of those portraits, or most of them, it might be interesting for me to put some of the actual time lapses of me creating those portraits rather than just the finished results. You can see that I've started here with an egg shape for the head, getting the angle of that head right as well, so it's at a slight angle. The gentleman who was posing for this pose was resting his hand on the side of his face. He was wearing glasses as well. There was quite a few of the models during the evening that were wearing glasses. Quite an interesting thing to draw. I haven't done a lot of that, to be honest. I found it quite useful, to be honest, in that once you've got the shape of the glasses right, that's part of the likeness got already for the model. And also it makes it easier to reference where things are once you've got the shape of the glasses right. So where the ears are in relation to the glasses, where the eyes are in relation to the glasses, that sort of thing. The poses were very short. Most of them were 7 minutes to 10 minutes long. It was a very difficult session in terms of you had to concentrate quite a lot, and you're never going to do a perfect portrait in 7 minutes. But I was amazed how I managed to get a half likeness for most of the models, I think, really. You can see that once I've got the glasses in position at the right angle for the glasses, it's easy to see where the eye is in relation to the glasses. It sort of gives you a framework to construct the other features on, really, once the glasses are on. It was a free session or donations to charity, and I'll definitely be doing another one. I think they do them every sort of month, so I'll be looking at it again. And if you want to practice portraits, I'd recommend that you join. You can find them on Facebook if you search for Scottish Borders Life Drawing Group, I think it is. The first couple of these portraits were a bit rusty. I hadn't done portraits for a while, and I hadn't done pencil portraits for quite a while actually. I've been using charcoal and pastel for the recent portraits that I'd done. I think overall I managed to get half a likeness for most of the models during the evening, but you're never going to get a perfect portrait in 7 minutes, but it's really good for speeding up and practicing. This was one of the better likenesses, I think, that I managed to get. You haven't got time to put any of the details on. You can just see I've got the edge of a hand there that he's resting his head on his hand or his chin on his hand. But in the time that I had, I was quite pleased with this one. Well, this is the final portrait. As I say, quite pleased with it overall for 7 minutes. I think this one was. It was one of the earlier ones. And it was a very short break until the next one, and you're off again with the next one. I'll probably try and do a couple more of these just to show people what you can do in sort of 7 to 10 minutes of a portrait session. Do think about joining for one of these sessions if you're interested in getting better at portraiture. I think the more practice you have, the better, and doing 11 portraits in one evening is certainly a lot of practice. Found it quite tiring, but really enjoyable on the whole. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.